Alright, now we will start a new equation. So sine x plus y. We'll look back up at our sum of difference identities. So x, or a, plus y is sine a cosine b, or sine x cosine y, plus cosine x sine y. So write that down here. Alright, so sine x cosine y plus cosine x sine y. Alright, and we know what sine x and y and cosine x and y equal, so we'll plug those in. So we got sine of x is 4 over 5 times 12 over 13 plus the fraction 3 over 5 times 5 over 13. Alright, and then we could just multiply these and then add them together, and that'll give us sine x plus y. So we get, in this first portion, 4 times 12 is 48 over 5 times 13 is 65 plus 15 over 65, and that added together equals 63 over 65. Alright, and that's sine x plus y. Alright, so now let's do it with cosine y minus x. Alright, so cosine of a minus b is cosine a, or cosine y, cosine x plus sine y sine x. Alright, and that, we know the values for each of these. We got a fraction 12 over 13 times 3 over 5 plus 5 over 13 times 4 over 5. Multiply those together, we get 12 times 3 is 36 over 65 plus 5 times 4 is 20 over 65, and add those together and you get 56 over 65. Alright, now we have this last expression here before we move down onto these. We have cosine 3y. So when we see this, we are able to rewrite this as cosine 2y plus y. Alright, now we can use a double identity and a sum identity to get the solution here. So we'll go ahead and write that sum identity, cosine 2y times cosine y plus, minus sine 2y sine y. Alright, and then we'll write these cosine 2y and sine 2y in their simpler forms. So we get 2 cosine squared y minus 1 times cosine y minus 2 sine y cosine y cosine y times sine y. Alright, now we all have these all written with just singular y's, no doubles, halves, or addition in there. So we can substitute in there. So we get 2. So cosine y was 12 over 13. Parentheses. 12 over 13 squared, because it was cosine squared, minus 1 times 12 over 13 cosine y minus 2 times 5 over 13 times 12 over 13 for cosine y. All of that times sine y, or 5 over 13. Alright, now we have it written all without any cosines or y's, so we can just do simpler math to reduce this, and then we'll get an exact value for cosine of 3y. So we have 2 times 12 squared over 13 squared is 144 over 169 minus 1 times 12 over 13 minus 2 times 5 times 12 is 60. 13 times 13 is 169. Alright, and then that times 15 over 13, or 5 over 13. Alright, and next we'll multiply. 2 times 144 is 288 over 169 minus 1 can be written as 169 over 169 times 12 over 13 minus, multiply that 2 in, so 2 times 60 is 120 over 169 times 5 over 13. Nope, don't want to do that. want to stay in the equation. 5 over 13. Alright, and then, so we'll do subtraction here, and we get 119 over 169 times 12 over 13. Okay, and over here we have 120 times 5 is 600 over 2,197. Alright, and then we'll multiply these two together on the left to get 1,428 over 2,197 minus 600 over 2,197, which equals, at long last, 828 over 2,197. And that is how you simplify cosine 3y.